Stand still. Stand still.
I'm nervous, Mags. My legs are shaking.
They'll be shaking even more if I prick you with my needle.
But what happens if I don't get an audience? I've already paid the landlord for the space.
The parlour sounds plentiful to me. They're getting louder by the minute.
Yes, but the ale's downstairs and I'm up here.
Mr. Watson made sure my will went all over the place with the handbills, and Mr. Watson's talked you up no end.
Still doesn't guarantee an audience.
Stand still. Come on, Charlotte. You've been on the theatre circuit now for nigh on 10 years. Girl and woman, you've always had your followers.
Well, yes, just a handful in every town. They won't all travel to Brecon just to see me.
Maybe not. You said so yourself. It's the women and other girls too.
You sit down, Mags. This will be enough.
A glimpse of your shapely calves and ankles will keep them focused.
It's the women and lasses I want to bring in and the fellows I have to entertain.
You've been rehearsing for weeks now. I've heard you thundering up and down the courtyards at every place we've stopped. And the barmaids and other girls have loved your banter and tales.
I'm just fed up of playing virgins who are too stupid to see the wolves approaching. Oh, and cocky tarts who chase old and ugly buffoons for fun. Cannot we see real life on the boards, as well as the japes and folderol of pantomime? Oh, and the seduction of honourable maidens, whose fortitude in an immoral world gets them wed to a prince or king.
But it's the japes, folderol seduction that draws in the crowds, that brings in the money.
But there is japes and folderol in real life. Honour and fortitude too.
Is there? Where? When?
2 nights ago, when I had to escape the Golden Lion with wings on my heels, I left my gloves there and then...
You left more than your gloves.
The good boy returned the gloves yesterday. He's surely coming to see me perform tonight. As is his good papa. He chased me the length of High Street Superior. I had to pull my skirts over my head just so he wouldn't recognise me.
Oh, Charlotte, you do make me laugh. You do cheer me when I most need it.
See, is that not japes and folderol in real life?
And that good papa might just recognise those petticoats tonight.
Oh, perhaps. It'll give the old goat a thrill. There is honour and fortitude too, though.
Again, when? Where?
Well, you, me, other people.
You, me.
Yes, you show honour and fortitude all the time. Like the heroes and maidens who strut across the boards.
I show fortitude. I show honour.
Most certainly, good lady. You show honour and fortitude all the time. Every day, you clothe and feed your babes, nurse them when they're sick with cough or fever. You nurse your Will's head after he's had a night on the ale, coddle him when he's body and heart sore from all his labours. You organise the transport and make a beautiful home for us wherever we find ourselves. You make the company's costumes with your nimble fingers and nimble mind, all the while directing your sewing girls with clarity and cheer. Look how you cared for Nell when her man was killed in that accident in Leicester, and how you cherished me when Ma died, when you lost your own curly-haired beauty, barely 6 months old. You grieved quietly and continued with your labours with a gentle smile. And if that's not honour and fortitude, I don't know what is.
Yes, but my sorry woes won't bring in the crowds, won't bring in the money. No, you better stick to showing your pretty ankles and petticoats.
Well, I intend to do both. Show man's fortitude and folly, as well as women's.
Man's? How?
Have you not made me this costume of waistcoat and breeches? See? Wait. I am Gentleman George, young rake about town. I enjoy theatre, fine wines, coffee shops, fashionable ladies, and gossip about the politics of the day.
Well, you've played many a boy in breeches in many a play and pantomime, but playing a real gentleman.
Am I not an actress? I will use all my observations to make Gentleman George as real as any gentleman in the audience. They will frown at his follies and roar with laughter or rage at his words. Here. Look at the monologue I've written.
You know I cannot read.
I have another character. I will don my dress again, replace my cane with a lady's fan of such qualities that denotes her as a true lady of the nobility. Meet Lady Lavinia Lascivious. A lady with the finest of pedigrees, from the finest of backgrounds and the finest of manners. I've written a monologue for her too. She is married to Lord Buff of Buffoonton, and her coquettish smile and dancing fan lead her into lots of amorous adventures.
So you're not going to sing and dance tonight, play your usual parts?
No. Well, yes. So I'll trill a bit for the opening, a cheery song, a flash of encore to get them going, you know, the usual. But then I'll introduce my characters.
I hope you've got more than two.
Oh, obviously. Landlord Beerbelly. That's why I needed all the cushions for the padding. Henry the Highwayman, the mask, the muskets, the cloak. And Tilly the Tavern Girl, the apron, the mop, the bucket. And Katie Cockle, girl about town, feathers, petticoats, and legs on show. I have more, but these will do for tonight.
So much for showing honour and fortitude.
Well, all these characters are drawn with a light hand and a comedic touch. In the newspapers, the cartoonists, they lampoon the king, the queen, the lords, the ladies. They lampoon everyone who is rich and famous and powerful. So why can't I do the same? Is it not true that the world and his wife loves most laughing at their friends and neighbours? So why can I not cast a satirical eye on the people I meet?
I understand what you're saying.
Thank you.
But will they laugh and cast scorn at themselves in the full glow of the candlelight on the public boards?
Well, when you put it like that... No, Mags, I'm doing it. Even if the rotten fruit and turnips come flying at my head. You will be at the side of the stage to help with costume changes.
To be sure I will. As long as I can stay hidden from the fruit and turnips. Now, let's get your first costume on. That babble grows louder and the clock turns.
Charlotte, that's it. I'm opening the door.